I'm be real with you. People would usually refuse to be wrong and don't take accountability, so they just dumped it.
It did? What are we gonna do now? So here comes more MAGA civil war, because even some of the most enthusiastic cheerleaders for Donald Trump's war are starting to put their pom-poms away and take off their skirts. Sharon, tell us all about it.
Well, they are changing their outfits in war. When the Iran war first started, Cenk, it was met with a flurry, as you said, support from MAGA diehards. But as the war drags on, polling increasingly shows its unpopularity. Those same cheerleaders now seem considerably more hesitant. As Media Matters for America reports, although the war has created some fractures in right-wing media, at the outset of the conflict, it had no shortage of boosters, either Iran hawks or MAGA hacks. Now, as the Iranian government has survived months of bombing and operationalized its previously unrealized control of the Strait of Hormuz, some of those pundits are scaling back their ambitions. And to demonstrate what's going on here, let's watch two clips from Benny Johnson. The first is from the early days in the war. The second.
No, I'm be real with you. Yeah, like a lot of the people who are just, like I said, 100% in support of this war, their support's waning, and as it should, because no results have been, like, honestly completed. And I commend them. Honestly, I really do. It's like I can't even get mad at them for supporting it in the beginning, because at least they're willing to be here and be like, all right, look, we ain't getting no goals. We're 5 months in. Trump said it's going to be done to 4 days to 2 weeks. So, I mean, if you're a reasonable person, you're just going to be, well, what else argument can I give you? And there really is none. I just got to concede that Trump may not know what the F he's doing. And I mean, shout out to Monty for that one.
Is from this past weekend.
We're gonna start with this. Here's from yesterday. Why not? We're just gonna have a couple laughs. We've been having some dark shows, like some bombing, war, death, Straits of Hormuz. Can we rename the Straits of Hormuz the Straits of America, please? Are we there yet?
So there we go. United States and Iran both want to return to an interim ceasefire agreement, and negotiators are discussing a compromise that would see Iran oversee vessel transit through the Strait of Hormuz with fewer restrictions on shipping. The Associated Press said, citing regional official involved in the mediation efforts. I just don't care. I don't care. I don't care. Let me say it again. I don't care. I don't care. Just keep the boats moving through the Strait of Hormuz. I didn't care before the war. I don't care now. I want peace. I don't want economic collapse. I don't want political collapse in my country. If Iran oversees the boats in the Strait of Hormuz, that doesn't bother me one bit. I'm not going to lose any sleep over it.
Okay, so Johnson is far.
Damn, bro literally said, bro, F it, man. Just let them get their way already so we can just get back to, the world not looking at an economic collapse. Can we just get back to normalcy on this one? Like, even Benny Johnson, the most vociferous Trump supporter, is even saying, like, all right, bro, I'm damn near getting okay with just walking away from this. Just let him have it. I don't care. Like, bro, like most people didn't even know what the Strait of Hormuz effing was until this war popped off. So at this point, people are getting to that nonchalant attitude about it. I don't care if Iran control it or not. Just end this war. I don't want to be facing economic collapse because of a strait that I just now found out about this year. Me, of course, I always been knew about it, but a lot of people aren't privy on geopolitics or on global economics.
From the only one who's changing his tune. Back in April, Newsmax Carl Higgby defended the Trump administration as they refused to explain the goals of the Iran war.
You know what? The Pentagon and Trump and the state, they owe us no explanation on what they plan to do. Why? Because that also tells the enemy. I mean, let's not just tell the world our plan. How about that? Enough, because Trump announced what's going to happen in vague terms Tuesday by 8 p.m.
Okay, but now you need to fast forward to last week. Higgby appears to have also had a change of heart. Listen.
You want close to totaling, I think it's like 80 something to $100 billion. Man, look, I will pay my taxes twice this year to help with.
Thank you, bro. Because everybody's like, oh, it only spent $35 billion, bro. That's fucking cap. They spend over $100 billion, or probably almost at $200 billion at this point. So what? But I mean, like I said, man, you guys have not been getting the truth about this war if you've been watching conservative media, and the only people that are really telling you the truth is, well, a very few. A lot of people are actually starting to now break away and either have this, oh, I don't care, just get out of it attitude, or they're just going like, yo, whoa, we've been lied to about this entire thing, and yo, I need a rush to tell you. And I mean, that is a lot of conservative media right now, even though I was trying to tell these guys that, hey, yo, you guys shouldn't be pushing this war because it's not going to end well.
That nut, if you tell Congress that this is what we want to do and this is how we're going to achieve it. Like the first mission in Iran, Midnight Hammer, there was objective, there was plan, there was action and completion. And then you go get Congress to buy in and they declare war and you bury that entire country under a blanket of American-induced dust. I will support my people going in there and snatching bodies in the middle of the night and taking their oil fields and turning every single power plant, civilian or military, into a parking lot. Pete, I will support you no matter how many war crimes the international community thinks we would be committing. But do it right, which I know you want to do, man. You have said it, and I know you, and I know because you were in that 20-year fight, that endless war in Iraq and Afghanistan right next to me. Give NATO the finger, and critics know where to hide. For God's sakes, give those families on the tarmac today.
You know what? I'm fucking crying, bro. Oh, bro, the bloodthirsty nature of the conservative party is low-key peeping these days, man. It's peaking. It's definitely peaking. Oh, man, that man literally said, look, man, I don't care about any of the war crimes, none of the humanitarian crisis that we might set off, bro. Just do what you need to do to support this war, bro. I'll pay double, triple, quadruple my taxes, dog. Just make sure you decimate Iran. Woo, man, that boy wildin'. I respect the passion, though, but yeah, I heavily disagree. Like, yo, you are like, dog, that is going to lead to the economic destruction of the American people. I mean, dog, you won't be able to pay your taxes like quadruple the amount if that happens.
Reason their children died.
We'll end with the Daily Wire host, Michael Knowles. Take a look at what he sounded like in March versus what he sounds like now.
Panicans destroyed again. For now. Of course, it's a live situation. As I've said from the beginning of the Iran war, very, very high stakes for President Trump. But as of now, all the Panicans predictions have been wrong. Like all of them.
When?
The most recent prediction, based on oil prices spiking a couple days ago, was that the Strait of Hormuz was going to be closed. Oil was going to go up, not just to $115.
Yeah, I know. That's exactly what the F we told you. What are you talking about? That's why you guys weren't making any sense, because you were telling us that we were wrong while telling us that we were right. Like, y'all was making no sense.
A barrel, but to $150 a barrel maybe, and this was going to plunge the world into a global recession, and it was all over. It's just an indication. It's a leading indicator that.
And the only reason that didn't happen is why? Because Trump hit the ceasefire. Remember, gas prices went up, inflation went up. I mean, food prices went up because fertilizer also goes through the strait as well. I mean, bro, yeah, we were right, and you guys were refusing to acknowledge that you guys are wrong, and that's fine, but at least you guys are understanding it now.
The appetite for this war is waning, not just with the broader public, but even among the legislators. So I agree in principle, it would be good to wrap up the war, but this is the problem with war is, as we now repeat almost every day on the show from Machiavelli, a war begins at any man's will, it does not end at any man's will.
Oh,
so somebody tell your boss, right? Somebody tell his boss. In any event, this shifting rhetoric shows the delicate balancing act right-wing media are engaged in. Yep. The hawks, they want to escalate. The hacks want to continue.
No, I ain't gonna lie. That is what was killing me, though. It was some of the fence sitting that they were doing to not fully outright call out the administration or anything. It's like, dog, they lied us into this war. They lied to us about the results. We haven't got anything. Like, call them out. Instead of sitting here fence sitting, going like, well, they are terrorists, and 47 years, and none of that matters. It's like, bro, let's talk about today with them closing the effing strait and holding up the global market. Let's talk about that.
To ingratiate themselves with the administration, while even Trump voters are growing more opposed to another forever war. So now what this means for Republicans on a broader rather scale, especially going into the midterms, is still to be determined. Doesn't look good. Still, watching the defining political movement that has dominated US politics over a decade fracture over this, I think we all have to agree it's a fascinating watch, gang.
Yeah. So this goes deeper than earlier rounds of the MAGA Civil War. So I'm going to explain why in a second. But first,
like I said, guys, I'm heavy in the conservative space. And the thing is, though, is like I said, I've been telling my guys on X, telling my guys in these YouTube streets that is like, yo, you guys should not be supporting this war because it is not going to work out. And you guys should be telling your audience, but some of these guys are like literally audience captured. And they didn't want to bet their livelihood on it. So it is what it is for them. But hey, man, I did not give a fuck. And I turned out to be right. Even though I did lose a lot of support over it, it is what it is. Hey, man, I'm not going to lie to you for money now.
I just have to have some fun with all those comments there. Higgby was like, we don't need no stinking plan. If you tell a plan, then the enemy knows. You don't want the enemy to know. Now he's like, well, you got to tell us what you're doing. I mean, if we don't know what you're doing, what are we spending all this money for? Oh, I thought we didn't need to know the plan. I thought Hegseth and Trump had this thing figured out. What happened, Carl? Okay, he's one of like the worst people in media. And even at this late date, when he's like, what's happening? I gotta know what's happening. He's still like, well, we gotta turn them into nuclear dust, and we have to crush their bones and kill all the civilians, right?
Yeah. He said, I don't care if we gotta turn it into a parking lot. I'm like, bro, why? Like, I'm sorry, where is this like homicidal mentality coming from out of you guys? I thought y'all were Christians. Y'all talking about nuking countries and causing mass devastation, like on innocent civilians, by the way. It's mainly going to affect the civilians. I mean, can y'all get back that Christian spirit? Because y'all replace it with something. And it ain't the Holy Spirit, I'll tell you that.
You're a sick, disgusting person who brings shame to our country. And so I don't want anybody outside of America thinking that guy's normal. He's radical and not like most decent moral Americans.
It's like, guys, I consider myself like a conservative, center-leaning conservative, and I'm mainly that way based on my geopolitics. That's the only reason they like to push me over to the center. But yeah, no, I would not, dog. It is not that serious. I do not believe in just taking out an entire country for what? Like, and I would have to ask them, like, bro, what do you get out of that? Like, really? Well, what did we get? Oh, we didn't lose the war. Yeah, but now the entire Middle East is destabilized. Like, what? We lost our overall war if that's the case.
Okay, and then Michael Knowles with the panic hands. You guys are all panicking. And all of your predictions have been wrong. Oh my God, their predictions were right. I'm panicking. We got to get out of this war. I'm going to tell you why in a second. But I'm loving this. And then Benny Johnson like, yeah, man, let's go.
And I hate it, Jank. I really do hate it, but I'm somewhat enjoying it too. I am. I'm not gonna lie.
The war, it's gonna be fun. Trump told me to tell you that it's awesome, and Israel told me to tell you it's awesome. Now he's like, I don't care. We have to leave right away. You know what? Iran charging a toll. I'm okay.
Literally,
Iran didn't control the Strait of Hormuz before the war, so he's now okay with the position. That
what kills me about a lot of the bigger influencers, like, if you guys would have spoke out sooner about this war, we probably could have avoided this. But instead, you was gassing Donald Trump up in the administration. They was going ahead and carrying this out through y'all vociferous support. I mean, what, you don't think the people have an effect on Trump's ear? Y'all fell for the Iraq war propaganda. I mean, they didn't even switch it up. Use the same shit and y'all ate it up. So you fell for that. And now here we are. And this, you know what this does? It risks putting the Dems in power. So, yeah, I don't know how y'all about to reconcile with that. But good luck, though. Good luck. At least y'all were warned.
Is worse off than when we started. We've accomplished absolutely nothing in Iran. And he's saying, let's leave without accomplishing anything, without worrying about their nuclear program, and let them charge a toll in the Strait of Hormuz. Is he a panic can? It's starting to sound like that's beyond my position. Okay, now, do you want to know why? Because of what Benny said there. They're worried about economic collapse, which we're all worried about, and they know it as well as we do. The only people not telling you about it are the people in the media, and they're like, oh yeah, well, the war is not going well, blah, 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 right? But they're not telling you, hey, if this war for Israel continues, then oil is gonna go past 100 and it's gonna go to 120, and inflation is already rising. So
And who wants to crash out the entire economy for Israel? Like, that's ridiculous. Or war with Iran. That is retarded.
that we just got the inflation numbers, they're bad. The Federal Reserve didn't raise interest rates, so that's going to keep inflation going up. If the war continues or goes to another level, oh boy, it is going to be a disaster. But that's not what they care about. They screw over the American people all the time, right? No, he's worried about the second collapse, the political collapse that he mentioned, because this is now way deeper than the original rebellion. The original rebellion was by people that were generally independents and some portion of MAGA that still had an open mind. And as we told you, they were not in a cult, and all of those guys already rebelled and left, right?
Yep.
So they're now.
Yeah, and I'm one of them. Like, as I said, I am conservative. I did vote for Trump. I was a part of the MAGA coalition. Now I'm gone because the MAGA coalition said, yo, F you and your anti-war stance. We want to go to war with Iran. And I'm like, okay, then you got it. Well, I'm telling you, it's not going to go well, but you got it. And now they're coming back going like, well, you're right, but fuck you for being right. And I'm like, well, okay then.
Polling for Trump with independents is at -51. Wow, I've never seen a number like that. Okay, so some people said, oh no, if they voted for Trump, they're never going to abandon Trump. Well, I said they would, and now it's at -51. Okay, you could make whatever you want of that, but the bottom line is good. Those guys are not supporting Trump or the war or Israel or any of that stuff anymore. Now there's still about 2/3 of MAGA left, which is remarkable. I'm not even talking about independents or others that voted for Trump. We're talking about core MAGA. And 1/3 of them have already left. There's only 2/3 left. And that's why Trump's all the way down at 32%. And so 2/3 of MAGA is still like, I know I'm paying more for gas and I can't afford anything, but my love for Trump is greater than my love for myself or my family. Okay, whatever, dude. But now these guys, Knowles, Benny Johnson, Carl Higgby, etc., are propagandists. They're not supposed to break at all. Their job is to do propaganda for Donald Trump. So why are they breaking? Because what's happening, Sharon, is that the numbers that they're seeing for the Republican Party in the midterms are devastating. So what these guys are super panicked.
I ain't gonna lie though, Trump's approval was a golding stamp, or I guess his endorsement was like a golding stamp into a seat. But here's the thing though, I mean, that golden stamp could quickly turn into a scarlet letter. And that's what it's going to look like in the midterms. Like, those Republicans who are endorsed by Trump may lose their seats, or pretty much may just lose their the midterms. It is what it is. And since the Republican Party is controlled by Donald Trump, it is looking cooked.
About is
we got some outliers, but not a lot.
That they're going to get wiped out, and then they're going to lose power. And they use that power not just on behalf of Israel, but on behalf of oil companies. They get $35 billion in subsidies, big pharma. All of the corrupt donors that these guys represent are going to get harmed if Trump and the Republicans get slaughtered in elections. And that's why it's gone as deep as the paid propagandists that you just saw. Also Laura Ingraham on Fox News. Also Mike Johnson starting to say, maybe we should inch out of the room. And Israel is his #1 lifetime donor. So this is as deep as it gets, and I think it's because they're realizing this is might cause the collapse of the entire Republican Party, because at this point, even their own voters, even their most loyal voters realize they're giant liars, and they got us into a disastrous war on behalf of another country.
So wait,
I mean, that's just the brutal reality of it. And those who waking up is just like, can't support this no more. You know, that's why there's people out there like Fuentes and Nick Fuentes and Alex Jones' son, Rex Jones, who are just pretty much like, oh, we need to punish the Republicans by voting for the Dems, but I'm not going to sit here and just tell you to vote for Dems. It's like, bruh, if you don't pick a goddamn position. But all right, though, let's get into this debate here. We're going to go ahead and get into debate night, guys. It's going to be a fun one, so make sure you double tap that screen and like the video. It's going to be Destiny versus Dinesh D'Souza on pro-Trump. Pro and cons. I'm gonna be real with you. You know, Destiny might actually eat up on this one. It's gonna be a shame to lose to Destiny. But I'm gonna be real with you though. Both these two aren't the best debaters.
Can't point to any court documents, any filings, anything that demonstrates the truthfulness of anything. It's why the only guys that defend this idea are the crazy My Pillow dude who sells pillows for $14 and